story about how Iowa got him to away from Iowa State is, legendary. And Gable told it to me here. I think it was 2016, leading up to the Olympic trials. There were parts of the story that I didn't know, and one of those was that Iowa had basically a spy in Jon Marks, living in Ames, kind of working behind the scenes on Gable's best friends and Gable's family, and learning about what Iowa State wasn't doing and what Iowa could do to lure him across the state. And part of that was Gable was dealing with a knee injury and needed a lot of athletic tape. And according to Gable, Iowa State was getting stingy with the athletic tape, and so Jon Marks relayed that message back to Gary Kurtelmeyer in Iowa City, and Iowa shipped him over a crate of athletic tape. And another thing that Gable told me was, you know, they had, um, extended kind of, an offer. Kurtelmeyer was like, "Hey, I want you to come over, be my assistant coach here." And told him like this is in 72 leading up to the Munich games, and told him like he would have time, to think about this, and then like, hey, just focus on the Olympic games. We'll circle back after the Olympics, and you can make your decision then. And then suddenly Kurtelmeyer started working behind the scenes. He would work on Gable's mom and Gable's dad, and try to get them on board with the decision and why Iowa was the best place for Dan. He'd work on his friends and convince them as well. He had Jon Marks working behind the scenes on all this stuff, and then Kurtelmeyer went back to him and said, like, Dan, we got to have a decision. Things have changed. We got to know tomorrow. And this is before the Munich games, and Gable, of course, is solely focused on winning Olympic gold. So what does Gable do? He goes back to his friends and family, the closest people to him, and asks,
People
hey,
that have been worked on.
they had been worked on, and asks, what should we do? He goes to his mom. His mom says, I think you should go to Iowa. And he goes, talks to his dad. His dad says, I think you should go to Iowa. Goes to his friends. They all say, yeah, I think you should take the job at Iowa. And so it's a done deal. Gable's going to Iowa City.
Athletic tape.
Athletic tape and a little spy work behind the scenes in Ames.